Well, Little Mermaid was great live action. That was great.
True. Okay.
Yeah, we can chat on the live actions. We've got one more game. So I turned last time, if you guys have been watching along, we did hot takes, and I put a bit of a twist on that to try and make it a game, and we'll see if it works out and stuff. So
Okay.
I've got what is this? I got two truths and a lie of hot takes here,
Gotcha.
and you guys can ask me, let's say, 3 questions,
Okay.
and you can ask like about anything to
Okay.
try and determine which of these is like actually not true.
Okay. So the Jimmy
And
Fallon
then
version.
yeah, and on the flip
Okay,
side,
cool.
like I have to if you guys ask me about the thing I don't agree with, I have to try and defend like a hot take I
Okay.
don't
I like
agree
that.
That's
with.
Yeah,
dope.
I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna see how good of a defense attorney you are.
Let's do it.
Oh
What
wait,
are the
I
takes?
actually I'm dumb. I have two lies and 1 truth.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
that's
That
cool.
makes sense. That makes it a little
I
more
was-
challenging.
I was looking at one of these and I was like, wait a minute, I don't agree with that. Okay. So I have the Rings of Power TV show is fantastic.
Okay.
The Wes Anderson films are not great,
Okay.
and Tarantino films are trash.
Okay, so that's based. So hold on.
Damn.
So Tarantino is trash.
Yeah.
Tarantino trash. What was the second one?
I do not like Wes Anderson films.
No, do not like Wes Anderson. And then the
And
first one was
of
that you thought
Power
Rings
is
of
a
Power was
great,
good.
show.
And Rings of Power is that is the Disney thing, right?
No, Rings of Power is
Okay.
Amazon Prime's
Oh,
Lord of the Rings series.
okay. I don't know much about that one. You need to ask questions about them because you know about that more than I do. Okay, so and you said Rings of Power is bad. Is the take?
Is amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
Got it.
more than
Okay.
great. It's amazing.
Okay. So, what are the like specific things that you don't like about Wes Anderson films?
Okay, so I feel like the characters in his films are like really like too quirky and like that. I think the questions is good because I can add a caveat that I've liked the animated films. I think his like quirky characters and style works in animation, but like the live action stuff just kind of feels too quirky, too much for me sometimes.
Okay, so here's the thing I'm gonna say is that there's 2 things. First of all, your statement there sounds very Reddit based, right? Like that's exactly the answer that I feel like any Redditor would give, especially the fact that you threw in there that the animation is good. Although a lot of people do give that take genuinely. However, I feel like you're trying to appeal to me because I feel like I've told you that I don't like Wes Anderson films. Now I might be wrong. Maybe I never told you that, and I'm making that up in my head because I want to think that. But the point of the matter is for now I'm going to reserve my answer. But that's kind of logic that I'm going off of. So Jason, do you want to go ahead and ask a question that pertains to it? These are the 3 things.
Yeah. So what don't you, or actually, what do you think is Quentin Tarantino's best film?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Oh, that is a really good one. His best film, probably the first Kill Bill.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm leaning towards. First Kill Bill is okay. I like it.
Yeah, but it's a more mid.
Inglourious
And a lot of
Basterds
people will
is
give
the
that
best
answer.
film he's ever done.
And also, but it's also the most mainstream, right? So it's possible he's just never seen.
Well, no,
Tarantino.
Django Unchained is the more mainstream. That was by far the more mainstream.
Mm.
Glorious Bastards actually was.
Yeah, but
less.
Kill Bill has like spawned like all sorts of extra.
No,
media.
yeah, but it came from anime.
and Pulp Fiction also
So
kind of.
I
is
guess
pretty
if you
big.
like, because you like anime a lot, so I guess you can see. I understand why you would see Kill Bill as the best one. So that one.
So
okay.
why?
So I'm gonna think about-
Here's a
okay.
good question. Why do you think that it's a hot take to say that Rings of Power is amazing? Why do you think that's a hot take?
I thought it was like universally hated, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you are right.
The most hated show.
Yeah,
Was it?
I've heard. Moist Critical is trashed on it. Everybody I've seen is trashed on this show. So it's weird because
I only
Rings
care
of
about
Power
critics. I only care about
started
critics. It's an
off
83%,
with,
so I
like,
don't give.
this
Yeah.
actually might be good, and then something.
So wait,
happened.
hold on. I'm sorry. I need to clarify. So you don't have a reason other than like you just think other people hate it. That's it. Like, what's the hot take aspect of it? Like, what to you is so good about it that you're like, this is a hot take that you disagree with everybody on? What's the thing?
Oh, like I just loved the whole show. I thought every aspect of it was amazing. I was surprised that it was like getting hated on, and I guess
Okay.
it's become a hot take now because it's just like
Okay.
universally seen as a
So
shit
here's
show,
the
but
thing. I
it's
think that you usually agree with audiences, and we've talked about that before. I always agree with critics. I think audiences are fucking retarded.
Rotten
Genuinely,
Tomatoes, the audiences have Rings of Power down.
Rings of Power on audience is down. He has at 38%, but critics
Yeah.
loved it. That's why I only look at critics. I don't even care what the users say because users are almost always
Yeah.
wrong. Fuck the users. They're so stupid. Anyway, I'm sorry to but
I
anyway.
think I know I have two more questions, but
Yeah.
I think I know which one I'm gonna.
Okay,
go with.
okay. Well, here, do you want to do one more question, then I'll use my last one? or-
So what do you think of Wes Anderson's color grading?
Okay. It's a little bit of softball, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the like color choices and the color grading is very much like to stand out, I guess. Like it just always rubs me as like just trying to be different.
Mhm.
I don't know. Especially after, like I feel like Spider-Verse is one of those films that uses stuff correctly, whereas the Wes Anderson stuff I've seen just kind of like it's just there.
It's like like it's just like
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah,
painting. That's it. What was the
new
thing
thing
on
looks
Wes Anderson?
interesting.
Well,
was the thing on Wes
I
Anderson?
don't like
that he just doesn't like Wes Anderson.
don't like his films. Yeah.
That's what so then I'm gonna ask one more question about Tarantino. Let me think about
my
this.
last question will be about Tarantino too.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to give me here. You know what? Do you have a question already, or should?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. I need to figure out my movie.
Quentin Tarantino has been known for essentially being, hey, the entire industry's fucking against me. What
Tell me
have
about
you
that.
seen? Yeah, exactly. Have you seen what did you think of Django Unchained?
I thought it was alright. It's very like over the top, I guess is the word, like gratuitous.
Okay.
A bit much, I think, but there were a lot of good performances in it.
Okay.
The direction was very like over the top and just a
Okay.
bit much.
What do you think is
That's
the,
actually a good because
what do you think-
that solidified my.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think is the most pretentious Tarantino film?
Is that your third question? Or?
Oh.
That's my last question.
Yep.
What do you think is the most pretentious film of Tarantino?
I think he has a really pretentious take of saying fucking Kill Bill is one film. I think it sounds like his newest film is going to be Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Well, people keep joking it's gonna be that one psychopath who Grace something that reviews movies or whatever.
Yeah, I mean Tarantino doing a film about a movie critic sounds like okay.
Yeah, that sounds very weird.
Well, which makes sense because Tarantino's always felt like, hey, the industry's trying to fuck me over every chance it gets, and it's always came across as like he's a narcissist because I just never believed it.
Yeah.
I felt like he just was stupid enough to believe that his movie was going to be bigger than Star Wars Episode 7 somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that? What, I mean, how
Yeah, it's
stupid
like, what
are
the
you?
fuck?
Like, I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
you know
like,
what?
know your
Maybe.
lane.
Maybe Hateful Eight, because didn't they release that as like a TV show now? The fact that he thinks that can be like is it like an 8-episode TV show or something?
Well, it's the Hateful, it's the Hateful Eight. But that was
He's like,
that was the movie that came
this
out
dude
as Force
is
Awakens
Alex.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
So
get,
I
let's get to
I
the
got my
guessing.
I got my
Let's get to the
truth.
guessing. So I think that
Yeah,
let's
so
start off
two
with
lies,
yeah.
one truth.
Let's start with
Yeah.
the first one here. So the Rings of Power. Here's my first most basic logic.
You
When I
said
wrote
was
it
amazing,
down,
right?
yeah, he said it
Okay.
was amazing, right?
Yeah.
And so when I wrote it down, the two that I would say you went the most extreme on with your thing here is you said the Rings of Power is amazing and that Tarantino is trash. Now those are two already extreme opinions, making me believe that Wes Anderson is probably the truth. Now here's the other thing on top of that is that the Wes Anderson thing could be a thing to appeal to me, since I've said before that I don't like Wes Anderson, but you could have not seen that, and I don't know if I said that to you directly. However, when pushed on a lot of the like Wes Anderson stuff, I feel like there is a bit of the more cliche answers. However, for the most part, like it seems like you had like a little bit more of just like disengaging with the topic of Wes Anderson, making me believe that you
is
probably
it,
just
like, coming. I hear like some type of like.
oh yeah, there's a breathing. If you're, I don't know if your mic got turned over or something, but and so making me believe that the Wes Anderson thinks that you kind of disengage with it a little bit. Maybe that is one that you genuinely dislike. And then also with the Tarantino thing, I feel like you gave more of like the answers as well that I would kind of expect, especially because like Hollywood is kind of more fresh in the people's mind on Twitter and whatnot that gets talked about a lot.
The reason why I'm going with the Wes Anderson thing is because as soon as Peter said that Django Unchained was over the top,
Yeah.
but loved like
Yeah.
Kill Bill, I was like,
come on, Kill Bill.
all right, that's immediately, and that's a lie.
Okay, so
And then the first
and then
one,
the
Lord of the
pretentious
Rings.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and also you usually do tend to agree with users. At least that's what you said before. So I think generally, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Wes Anderson.
Go on the same thing.
The lie is wait, is that the truth or the lie?
That's
two lies and a truth.
Yeah, so that's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay. So the Tarantino
Yeah.
trash take is not true.
Okay.
Though I put this one because I haven't seen a lot of Tarantino yet,
Fair.
and
Okay.
I got really lucky. If you guys had have asked about Inglourious Bastards, as soon as Jason brought it up, I was like, oh fuck, I haven't seen that one. I probably should have said that was my favorite, but I haven't seen it.
Such a
But
good
yeah, I
movie.
mean, I don't think he's the best, but you
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a mid director.
I think he sucks.
But he does have some bangers. Like
He has like a couple of good films. I think for the most part he sucks. Especially I hate
Actually-
Pulp Fiction.
yeah, I actually did. Like, I've never like specifically hated him, but
Yeah.
I did look at some takes on some of the films I haven't seen. I tended to agree with some of the sentiment for some of the films I had seen, where like Once Upon a Time and Kill Bill, someone was like, oh, it just feels like he's just either like actually over feet or just over like action, just jerking off throughout the whole film.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time is not a really good movie. It's okay
That's one I haven't seen. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that one of his or Inglourious Bastards.
because you
actually.
have
Yeah, I
Charles
really
Manson in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, his whole entire like conclave.
Although-
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's
Yeah.
like on the one hand, Once Upon a Time is like not great, and he is just like fetishizing stuff a lot. But on the other hand, Jason, you've seen it.
Yeah, so basically there's a lot.
Yeah, Margaret
it's a
Qualley is
weird
really
mix.
hot. So
Because essentially, Brad
Fair.
Pitt like manages Leo, who's like the stunt double, I believe,
Uh-huh.
and then it goes into Sharon Tate, and I don't want to spoil the ending, but it does. Half the movie's one thing, and then the second half is another thing. So
Okay.
it's
the second
it's
half is
interesting.
why.
I'll say that, but
Got
it's
it.
not that like amazing.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Wes Anderson films aren't good.
Mhm.
Was the other one that I had to research because I haven't actually seen any Wes Anderson
Well,
films
they're
yet.
not very
Oh,
good.
got it.
And I
they are
thought,
very good.
I
Yeah.
thought that you were gonna have me when you were like, "Oh, that sounds like a Reddit take," and I was like, "Oh,
God
but-
dang. Yeah.
the true one was Rings of Power."
Wow, I just didn't
Okay,
expect
damn.
that. Okay, I stereotyped you into a
we're-
thing.
Okay, so you just haven't seen a lot of Wes Anderson.
Yeah, so it's possible that you might not like it, but you just haven't engaged.
Yeah,
with it. Which makes sense because I said you didn't
so-
engage with the Wes Anderson bit nearly as much, and I said it was more
Is it-
Reddit.
what's
Yeah,
his
I mean,
new
the stuff
movie?
that I
Yeah.
have seen.
There's the new one, Asteroid City.
was
Asteroid
good,
City.
and
Yeah.
I've seen both the animated films, which were really good.
See, that's what was like a
what
little
animated
weird to me. Was
movies did
he
he
did
have?
Mr.
Isle of
Fox
Dogs
I've
and
never
Isle of
seen
the
that.
Dogs.
I've never
Both
seen
Fantastic
that.
Mr. Fox
Yeah.
and Isle of the Dogs. Both of them are fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Wes
I
Anderson
mean,
came from
obviously
Buffy the
throughout-
Vampire Slayer, though.
What?
Throughout film school as well,
There
I've
was
seen
Josh
like a bunch
Whedon. It
of
might have
clips.
been Josh Whedon.
Dude, yeah, I'm sure. No, that's the thing is that Tarantino and Wes Anderson are film school guy like directors. And so like those are the other two things that was
But
like
I don't think even Tim
but
likes
all
Wes
right.
Anderson.
No, Tim and not no, we all agree that Tim that Wes Anderson is man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow,
that
okay.
was actually wow. You
Fuck,
got
I
I,
should
um,
have
tricked
trusted the
both of
Reddit
us.
thing. I should have trusted the Reddit idea that I had.
I think I got lucky that you thought you told me about Wes Anderson because I had no idea you disliked those. I thought I was gonna have to defend it, but you were like, oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, I literally
I
hate
think
Wes
the only one we
Anderson.
liked was Bottle Rocket.
I hated Bottle Rocket. You liked it. I didn't like it. I thought it was boring as fuck.
Well, I have a bias against Luke Wilson and all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just like
To me,
them
it
both,
was
so.
still just super boring. But yeah, Wes Anderson, you should watch, and most of the time, but because that's the thing is, it literally was like I literally looked up myself, like why do people like Wes Anderson films?
So was because
And I've heard the same
watched
arguments
the
that
first,
Peter just
I
gave
watched
about
the
the
first
opposite.
episode of Rings of Power, and I was like, okay, this actually
See-
isn't that bad. But I just never got around to watching the rest of it. So, but you think it's amazing?
Yeah, I thought I was watching it as it came out, and with two of my friends who are massive Lord of the Rings fans, and we thought it was really good. And then we got really like annoyed that everyone was hating on it